It feels like a roller coaster. That daily ride with your blood sugar levels. The constant checking, the careful measuring of food, the quiet worry that creeps in after enjoying a meal. That lingering question, am I doing everything I can to protect my future health? You follow the rules. You choose the right foods. You monitor your carbohydrates. You try to stay active, and you take your prescribed medication. And yet, the numbers can still feel so unpredictable. It can be frustrating, even disheartening, when you are putting in so much effort. But what if? What if the solution wasn't just about subtracting from your plate, but about activating a hidden power you already possess? For decades, the conversation around blood sugar has been limited. It is focused almost entirely on the pancreas and on insulin. This has placed a tremendous burden on your diet and willpower. And if you have ever felt that this approach is somehow incomplete, you are correct. This is not your fault. You haven't failed. You've simply been given an incomplete map. There is a massive, overlooked ally in this metabolic battle. It's a system so powerful it can literally soak up excess sugar. And this remarkable system is hiding in plain sight, woven throughout your body. We are talking about your muscles, which function as your body's powerful built-in sugar sponge. That is the hidden truth. Your skeletal muscles possess a secondary pathway to clear glucose. They can pull sugar directly out of your bloodstream on demand. This process can function powerfully, independent of your insulin. Learning to activate this mechanism is the missing piece of your metabolic puzzle. This is not complicated. It doesn't require expensive equipment or punishing diets. It simply requires understanding how your body was designed. In this video, we will decode that science step by step. We will give you a simple, actionable blueprint to awaken this dormant power. We're going to teach you how to command your muscles to become the most efficient sugar sponge they can possibly be. Before we begin, a quick and important disclaimer is necessary. The information presented here is for educational purposes only. It is never intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please always seek the advice of your physician regarding any questions about your medical condition. Welcome. If you are ready to reclaim a sense of control over your health and to discover the incredible biology working in your favor, then we are so very glad to have you here with us. Let's begin with a single movement, the simple, powerful act of a muscle contracting. Inside every muscle fiber are tiny cellular doorways. Think of them as gates, specifically for glucose. These gates are called GLUT4 transporters, and they are absolutely crucial. Here is why. Under normal resting conditions, these gates are mostly closed. They wait for a specific key to unlock them from the outside. That key, as you know, is the hormone insulin. When insulin arrives, it unlocks the gates, allowing glucose to leave the blood and enter the muscle. But here is the game-changing secret. Muscle contraction is a completely separate, second key to those exact same gates. This is the insulin-independent pathway. When you contract a muscle, you create an energy demand. This demand sends an internal signal within the muscle cell. It tells the GLUT4 gates to open immediately from the inside. This process completely bypasses the need for insulin to be present at the gate. Your muscles can literally pull in sugar all on their own. They do this most effectively right when sugar is entering your system. This leads us to our first practical, powerful technique, We call it the First 5 ritual, and it is remarkably simple. Here is how you do it. Immediately after finishing a meal, you will dedicate just 5 minutes to gentle, continuous movement. This isn't about a strenuous workout or breaking a sweat. The goal is simply to activate your largest muscle groups. You can start with simple calf raises while you wait for the kettle, or perform gentle wall sits, holding for 20 seconds and resting for 20 seconds. Even walking in place works. The key is activating the large muscles of your legs. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes are huge sugar reservoirs. By contracting them, you are opening those GLUT4 gates wide. You are turning them into active sugar sponges exactly when you need them most. So what is the result? By performing this First 5 ritual, you intercept the glucose. You soak it up before it can raise your blood sugar levels too high. This creates an immediate, measurable blunting of the post-meal spike. You are not just managing the spike. You are actively preventing it with your own biology. This simple 5-minute habit transforms a passive waiting period after a meal into an active moment of metabolic control. Now, a word on safety. The First 5 ritual is designed to be gentle and accessible. However, it is always paramount that you listen to your body. If you have significant joint pain, balance issues, or severe neuropathy, choose movements that feel stable and safe, like seated leg extensions or marching on the spot. The goal is consistent, gentle contraction, not high intensity, so never push through pain. That first step was immediate. The First 5 ritual acts as your rapid response team. It helps you manage glucose in the moment, right after a meal. But what about improving your baseline control around the clock? For that, we must go from simply awakening the sponge to physically expanding it. This is the power of resistance. Imagine each of your muscles is a small reservoir for glucose. Every time you challenge those muscles with more resistance than they are used to, you are sending a clear biological signal to build a bigger reservoir. This process of muscle growth is known scientifically as hypertrophy. Each new muscle fiber you successfully build becomes a brand new, long-term storage tank for glucose, held as glycogen. You are literally creating more space. You are building more capacity to safely store sugar out of your bloodstream. A larger, stronger muscle doesn't just store more glycogen at rest. It also becomes far more sensitive to the hormone insulin. This means your body can do its job more efficiently, requiring less insulin overall. This is how we fundamentally improve our metabolic health for the long term. So, how do we begin to build this larger, more efficient sponge? The answer is through gentle, progressive resistance training. And this is far more accessible than many people have been led to believe. Here is your starting blueprint. Aim for 2 to 3 short sessions per week, focusing on the body's largest muscle groups for the greatest metabolic impact. You can begin right at home using simple resistance bands. By looping a band around your thighs, you can perform seated leg abductions, or hold light weights while doing controlled sit-to-stand movements from a sturdy chair. These exercises target your legs and glutes, which are your body's biggest sugar reservoirs. Focus on control, not on speed. The true goal is to feel a gentle challenge through the muscle. Aim for a range of 8 to 12 controlled repetitions for each set. As this becomes easier, you can gradually increase the band's resistance. This slow, steady, and progressive overload is the signal that tells your body to adapt. By the way, if you are finding this scientific breakdown helpful for your own health, a quick press of the like button is a wonderful way to let our team know. It helps us understand what information is connecting most deeply with our community. Now, let's discuss reinforcement. Every resistance session you complete is a direct biological investment. You are not just building strength for today's activities. You are constructing a more robust metabolic engine for your future. A body with more healthy muscle mass is a body that is naturally superior at managing blood sugar. This is not a temporary fix. It is a fundamental upgrade to your body's entire metabolic operating system. And as always, safety comes first. When starting any new form of exercise, you must begin slowly. Use very light resistance to ensure you master the proper form. If you have pre-existing conditions like uncontrolled hypertension, severe osteoporosis, or recent surgery, it is absolutely essential to consult your doctor or a qualified physical therapist to design a plan that is safe for you. We now have the signal. The first 5 ritual provides the immediate absorb now signal. Resistance training provides the long-term build bigger signal. But every major construction project needs raw materials. For your muscles, that one essential building material is dietary protein. Let's decode this synergy. When you perform resistance exercise, you create tiny, productive micro tears in your muscle fibers. This is a healthy process that sends a powerful signal for repair and growth. Your body responds by initiating a process called muscle protein synthesis. This is your body's natural system for rebuilding those fibers stronger than before. However, this entire crucial repair and grow process can only happen if the necessary building blocks, amino acids from protein, are available. Exercise is only half of the equation. You can send the powerful build signal with your workout, but without a sufficient supply of protein, your body can't do the work. The construction site remains idle, waiting for the delivery truck. This is precisely why fueling your sugar sponge is as critical as training it. So, how do we ensure our muscles have the consistent fuel they need? The most effective strategy is to include a quality source of protein with each meal. This provides your body with a steady supply of amino acids all day. This allows your body to maintain and build precious muscle mass much more efficiently. Here's a simple, practical guide. With breakfast, lunch, and dinner, aim for a portion of high-quality protein, roughly the size of your own palm. Excellent sources include lean chicken, fish like salmon, eggs, and Greek yogurt. Plant-based options are also powerful, such as lentils, chickpeas, quinoa, and tofu. Spreading your intake like this ensures a constant stream of rebuilding materials. This approach is far more effective than eating the majority of your protein in one large meal. Now, let's connect the final dots. When you combine the signal of resistance with the fuel of protein, you are perfectly executing the fundamental science of muscle health. The result is a larger, more powerful, and more metabolically active muscle. And a more metabolically active muscle is an exponentially better sugar sponge. It doesn't just work better when you exercise. It fundamentally improves your body's ability to manage glucose, even at rest. Finally, a crucial safety consideration. For the great majority of healthy older adults, increasing protein is both safe and highly beneficial. It is one of our best strategies to combat age-related muscle loss. However, For any individuals with pre-existing kidney disease or compromised renal function, it is absolutely vital that you speak with your doctor before making any significant changes to your daily protein intake. Let's bring this all together now. We have decoded the 3 pillars of muscle-centric metabolic control. We have the immediate action, the long-term strategy, and the essential fuel. But this is not a list of separate, disconnected tasks to remember. This is a single, elegant system, a powerful personal ritual for metabolic mastery. It begins with awareness. After each meal, you now understand the power of your first 5. You are consciously activating your muscles to soak up incoming glucose. This is your moment-to-moment management tool, giving you active control. You are transforming what was a vulnerable period into a moment of empowerment. Then comes the foundation. 2 or 3 times a week, you engage in progressive resistance training. You are not just exercising, you are building your metabolic future. You are physically expanding your body's capacity to store sugars safely away. This is your long-term investment in sustained health and improved insulin sensitivity. Finally, every single day, you fuel this entire system with consistent, high-quality protein, providing the very building blocks for strength. The immediate response, the long-term build, and the constant fuel. These 3 simple steps work in perfect harmony, a beautiful biological dance. This is the Metabolic Mastery Ritual, a blueprint for reclaiming your body's innate power. But this is about more than numbers. It is about so much more than a reading on a glucose meter. Managing your metabolic health is not the ultimate destination. The true prize is the life that this control and stability gives back to you. This is about freedom. It's the freedom from the constant, nagging worry about food. It is the simple confidence to enjoy a celebratory meal with your family. It's the energy to play with your grandchildren without feeling completely exhausted. It's the liberation from the energy slumps that can steal a perfect afternoon. It is the freedom to live your life more fully, more vibrantly, and with far less fear. By taking command of your muscles, you are truly taking back command of your daily energy, your vitality, and your peace of mind. This knowledge fundamentally changes the relationship you have with your own body. You are no longer a passive passenger on a biological roller coaster, hoping for the best. You are the conductor, able to instruct and guide your own powerful physiology. This is what we mean by senior science. Aging is not a passive decline, but an active chapter for learning and empowerment. The great hidden truth we have unlocked today is that your muscles are your most powerful allies, a sugar sponge waiting to be activated. By embracing the simple ritual of immediate movement, consistent resistance, and proper fueling, you are not just managing a condition, you are rebuilding your metabolic health from the inside out. You now hold the blueprint. If you are ready to put this knowledge into practice, we want to hear from you. Comment, "Sugar Sponge" activated below to join a community of people taking active control of their health. And be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because in our next video, we will decode the science of sleep and its profound impact on your blood sugar. Remember to always consult your physician before making changes to your health regimen.